I know I look like shit right now, but I don't really give a fuck about that right now. I mean, a part of me does because I know that presentation and how you put yourself out there in the world is vital to the type of energy that's going to come back into your life and how it's going to affect you because energies have certain vibrations to it. So, um, it's important in that sense, but I really don't give a fuck how I look. And um, I, I'm making this not because I even want to talk about me. I just need to vent about something that I just read online because it just makes me think about everything in in its entirety, and it like I get full of rage, and I just oh, I don't know what to do with all of it. There's just so much rage that I just can't seem to like focus my thoughts enough to say something that makes sense, that puts sense to that rage. It's just I get I just want to do something that's just not nonsensical, because of how much rage that's just in me. Anyways, this is about this thread that I was directed to by a friend of mine who, um, a Facebook friend of mine. I've met her a few times. Her name is Liza Pena. I would call her an activist also, in the sense that she speaks the truth constantly and is unfiltered about it. Um, she sent me a link to um, a conversation that was going on about the sheriff Martin Cuellar and an opponent of his that's coming up in the next elections to try and take his spot. And it was on the Gordilocas page, which is this other woman, Priscilla, who is a somewhat of an independent journalist. And I say somewhat because she's been in scandals before that have made her seem like not a very reliable source of information all the time. But I mean, hey, most of the media is like worse than that. So she provides information to the public, and she has provided, um, you know, I guess legitimate information, regardless of however she chooses to express it or share that information. Um, and she was talking about this upcoming election of the sheriff and this up and coming um, opponent of his, who apparently worked at the jail with him for a while, and is now challenging him for the spot. And my friend, the Facebook friend Liza, who was is very involved, I guess, in people in the community here where I live in Laredo, Texas. Um, she she started coming in and challenging her because Priscilla is in support of this sheriff that we currently have, and Liza is not in support of this sheriff for a very, very legitimate reasons, in my opinion. And so she was defending this person, who was apparently trying to, well, actually, and what I saw, anyways, the original post didn't really seem to slander the opponent in any way, but I don't know. I didn't really look much into it because I don't really care about that per se, because I think it's just a waste of my time and energy to try and like keep putting my faith in another person, and because I don't want to do this myself. I don't want to go and get involved in the community myself and make a change within that, the local government hierarchy. I don't want to do any of that, but I keep being pulled that fucking direction, and so I feel like a responsibility to do something about it. I feel a very like strong urge to do something about it, and I I I get so angry thinking about everything because the times that I've gone down that path, trying to make a change or do something, it's always something really bad that's happened or that's opened my eyes to how fucked up that world really is. Like how I'm gonna just say straight up, I've heard some really bad things about the sheriff of this town. I don't know how true they are, but I've heard some very, very disturbing fucking things. And I don't care to get into that now. I'm not afraid to say what it is. I'll say it to anybody who wants to hear it or cares to know. I'm not gonna go spread it, because I don't know how true it is. But there are things that I wouldn't doubt, that wouldn't really surprise me at this point because of how fucked up everything is, on a worldwide level. And it seems very feasible considering the fact that this person, and his family has been in power for, years and years. It seems very feasible that it could be true. But I'm not gonna, focus on that unless it's going to be something that I'm going to go in there and make a change for, and do. And so since I'm always teetering on that fucking edge of going that way, and if I go that way, and I do that, I'm going to be showing that rage in me all the time, and I have to control it. Like I have to learn to control it, or I could come out being crazy or made look like I'm a bad person or something. So I have to, you know, reel it in, and it's very hard. And I just wanted to vent that because it's just, it's, I know it's something that I have to do and I will do it, I'm gonna go that path. I guess I need to do it at my own pace so that I could keep myself centered and not, allow any fucked up person in the world that has their shit together on the outside, that seems to, be all stable and, like a good person. I need to make sure that I don't let them fuck with me or my head or my spirit or anything. And if I'm, just constantly with that rage and sending out that, vibration, looking like shit all the fucking time because, I'm fucking so at a certain point in my life where I'm just losing my shit constantly because I'm so angry and full of rage about legitimate concerns in the world. Well, it feels so much better just venting that much. Feels so much better. I feel like this big like relief off my fucking chest right now, like that I mentioned that just cuz it gets me so mad just thinking about all of that stuff, like cuz I'm at a place right now where I'm banned from Facebook, so I'm staying away from all the drama, that's on there, and I'm just trying to focus my life and my family into my mindset so that I'm always just making choices that are in line with bettering myself and my family, so that I can reflect a positive vibration out to the world and bring that positivity back to me so that I could, face these challenges that I know are coming or that are there waiting for me to fucking face them and deal with them. And it just feels better. saying everything. And thank you, David. I know like you're my basically my like only follower right now in Laredo, probably. But no, that's not true. There's a couple others I know. Anyways, uh, I need to go do some stuff for me and my family.